Do you know what a stroke is and how it can affect you? In the realm of health, strokes hold a significant place. They strike swiftly, often without warning, and can leave in their wake a trail of destruction that can alter lives forever. But what if I told you that understanding strokes, their various types, symptoms, and the risk factors associated with them can equip us to better handle this medical emergency? Knowledge, they say, is power. And in this context, it can be a lifesaver. Over the next few moments, we will be journeying into the world of strokes. We'll decipher the types, unravel the symptoms, and delve into the risk factors. Our journey will be insightful, illuminating, and most importantly, empowering. So are you ready to arm yourself with this vital knowledge? Stay tuned as we dive into the world of strokes. So, what exactly is a stroke? It's a question that many of us might find ourselves asking, and for good reason. A stroke is a medical emergency that occurs when the brain's blood supply is interrupted. This interruption can cause brain cells to become damaged or die, which can lead to serious health complications, or in some cases, death. Imagine your brain as a bustling city, with blood vessels acting like highways, transporting oxygen and nutrients to various parts of the brain. Now imagine if one of the highways were blocked or if a water main burst. The disruption would cause a significant impact on the city's functioning, right? Well, that's what happens in a stroke. Strokes are more common than you might think. According to the World Health Organization, nearly 17 million people worldwide have a stroke each year, and it's the second leading cause of death globally. In the United States alone, someone has a stroke every 40 seconds, and every 4 minutes, someone dies from it. These are more than just numbers. They represent mothers, fathers, siblings, friends, and neighbors whose lives are forever changed by this medical emergency. Now that we understand what a stroke is, let's move on to the different types of strokes. Did you know there are 3 main types of strokes? Each type is unique with its own causes and characteristics. Let's delve into this. First, we have ischemic strokes. Picture a busy highway suddenly blocked by a massive roadblock. That's essentially what happens in an ischemic stroke. But instead of cars and roads, we're talking about blood and blood vessels. When a blood clot or a mass of debris blocks the blood vessels supplying blood to the brain, it leads to an ischemic stroke. This blockage deprives the brain cells of oxygen and nutrients, causing them to die. Next up, we have hemorrhagic strokes. Imagine a water balloon bursting, causing water to spill out everywhere. In a hemorrhagic stroke, a blood vessel in the brain bursts or leaks, spilling blood into the surrounding areas. This bleeding causes swelling and pressure, damaging cells and tissue in the brain. There are 2 types of these strokes: intracerebral, where the bleeding occurs within the brain, and subarachnoid, where the bleeding happens between the brain and the surrounding membrane. Lastly, we have the transient ischemic attack, or TIA, often referred to as a mini-stroke. This is a temporary blockage of blood flow to the brain. It's like a brief power outage that flickers the lights but doesn't cause any lasting damage. However, don't let the term mini fool you. A TIA is a serious warning signal that a full-blown stroke may be on the horizon. Each of these strokes presents differently and requires unique treatment methods. For instance, an ischemic stroke may be treated with drugs that dissolve blood clots, while a hemorrhagic stroke may require surgery to relieve intracranial pressure. Understanding the types of strokes is crucial, but recognizing the symptoms is even more important. Stay tuned as we explore the symptoms of strokes in our next segment. Recognizing stroke symptoms can be a lifesaver. That's a statement worth repeating, because when it comes to strokes, time is of the essence. The sooner you can spot the signs and get medical attention, the better the chances of reducing the impact on the brain. So what are these symptoms we need to be aware of? They can vary, but there are some common ones that are crucial to remember. Sudden numbness or weakness, especially on one side of the body, is a key sign. This could affect the face, arm, or leg. You might notice a drooping face or difficulty lifting an arm. Another symptom is confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding speech. Someone having a stroke might seem disoriented, or their words may come out slurred or not make sense. Suddenly having trouble seeing in one or both eyes, experiencing dizziness, loss of balance, or unexplained severe headache can also be indicative of a stroke. To make it easier to remember these symptoms and to act quickly, healthcare professionals have come up with a handy acronym: FAST. Each letter stands for a key symptom and an urgent call to action. F is for face. Is one side of the face drooping or numb? A stands for arm. Is there weakness or numbness in one arm? S is for speech. Is the speech slurred or hard to understand? And T, perhaps the most important of all, stands for time. If any of these symptoms are present, it's time to call emergency services right away. Remember, these symptoms often occur suddenly and may appear in various combinations. The key is to act fast. It's not just a clever acronym, but a potentially life-saving one. So let's recap. Sudden numbness or weakness, confusion, difficulty speaking or understanding speech, trouble seeing, dizziness, loss of balance, and severe headache are all warning signs of a stroke. And the FAST acronym is your go-to guide in such a situation. Now that you know the symptoms, let's discuss the risk factors. Certain factors increase your risk of having a stroke. Let's break these down into two categories: modifiable and non-modifiable risk factors. Modifiable risk factors are those that we can control. High blood pressure is a leading cause of stroke, and managing it through medication and lifestyle changes can significantly reduce your risk. Diabetes, too, increases the likelihood of a stroke, but can be managed with proper diet and medication. High cholesterol, obesity, physical inactivity, and smoking are other modifiable risk factors. By changing our habits, we can significantly lower our risk of a stroke. Eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, and quitting smoking are all steps in the right direction. Now, on to the non-modifiable risk factors. These are factors that we can't change, but it's important to be aware of them. Age is a major one. The risk of stroke doubles every decade after the age of 55. Gender also plays a role, with men being more likely to have strokes, though women's strokes tend to be more severe. If there's a family history of strokes, you might be at a higher risk. Finally, certain ethnicities, such as African Americans, are more prone to strokes due to higher incidences of high blood pressure and diabetes. Knowing the risk factors is half the battle, but what do you do when a stroke happens? We'll delve into that in our next segment. Time is of the essence when a stroke occurs. Imagine the brain as a city and blood as the essential supply trucks. When a road is blocked, parts of the city starve and begin to shut down. In the same way, when a blood vessel in the brain is blocked or bursts, brain cells start to die from lack of oxygen and nutrients. This is why immediate medical attention is absolutely vital when stroke symptoms are recognized. Remember the phrase, time is brain. Each minute that passes without treatment, your brain loses about 2 million neurons. The longer the delay, the greater the damage and the harder the recovery. So don't hesitate. Don't second guess. When stroke symptoms appear, every second counts. Call emergency services without delay. It's not just about saving a life, it's about saving the quality of life. Immediate action is crucial, but prevention is always better than cure. Prevention is the best defense against a stroke. It's crucial to make lifestyle changes that can significantly reduce your stroke risk. Maintaining a healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can help control blood pressure and cholesterol levels. Regular exercise, even moderate activities like brisk walking or cycling, can aid in maintaining a healthy weight and reducing the risk of high blood pressure. If you smoke, take steps to quit, as smoking accelerates clot formation. Managing chronic conditions such as diabetes and heart disease is also essential in minimizing stroke risk. In conclusion, understanding strokes means recognizing symptoms quickly, knowing the risk factors, and acting with urgency. It's important to remember the FAST acronym: face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, and time to call emergency services. Remember, stroke awareness can save lives. Be informed, be prepared.